Mon nom Bryce.
My name is Bryce. I'm 20 years old. That's my house and that is my story. I'm born in 1991 in this house.
Avec mon papa et ma mère.
With my father, my mother, my mom and all my brethren. And it was a great joy for me to be born in this house, and we spent time of joys, and I was happy. I started school when I was 6 years old, and I completed the college, and it was in premiere when I was in the high school that I met something which make me very sad. When I was preparing to pass my exam, 2 weeks, and then they informed me that my father died, my father passed away. When my father was sick, my mom went to find a job and work so that she would come back and send my father to the hospital. When she came back, my father was already died.
Lorsqu'on a appris la mort de notre papa, c'était la nuit.
I heard the news in the night time. When I heard the news, I felt very sad.
La situation, cette situation était terrible. Que c'était une situation qui était terrible pour moi. Je n'avais pas, j'avais.
Because the thing pained me, it was very painful to hear this news. I wanted to leave the study.
Quand on a passé notre examen, j'ai reçu.
First time that I met David, it was when I finished to pass my exam, the first part of my exam, and I met David at hotel, and it was in the month of July, and I introduced myself to David. David introduced himself to me, and David told me that he wanted to spend time, he wanted to talk to me. And by this time, David didn't know my house. Before, he told me that he wanted to help me. Frankly speaking, I believe what David said to me, because David didn't tell me that he wanted to help me in all, but he just said, if you are in need, in case that you want something, you just let me know. And truthfully, I believe in what he said, because that's my first time to meet the white man in my life. That was my first time, and truthfully, I believe.
Je peux dire, quand mon papa était décédé, c'est ma mère, bon, elle vendait du charbon. C'est avec l'argent dans lequel elle prenait soin de nous. Donc je peux dire, c'est elle qui payait les écoles.
And before, if I didn't meet David, and I can say, by this time it was only my mom that could help me, because even when my father was still alive, he was no more working, and he couldn't find the money to send me to the university. And now maybe my mom could send me to the university, but that university will be not cheaper than what I will study now.
Aujourd'hui, c'est mon dernier jour à Lomé. Bon, je vais quitter.
That's my last day in Lomé, and I will leave Lomé to Ghana to continue my study. And I'm very sad to the point that I will leave my family, all my friends, to go to Ghana. But and it's also a joy for me, because I'm going to study. I'm going to learn more. I'm going to study the medicine, especially to focus in the nutrition. And because today some of people are dying because of malnutrition, I want to come and help my own nation, like David helped me.
Many times at night I knew exactly where to find Bryce. Sometimes I would go out for dinner and get a bite to eat, and I would need a translator or just maybe some company, and I would come by to get Bryce, and I'd find him under the street light because there's no electricity, running water, anything in his home. So he would come here and he would spend hours and hours in studying, which has paid off. He was the first in his class ever since he started school, and he graduated as the first in his class. He's a very bright young guy. But instead of taking the opportunity to go and get a nice bite to eat or just time to have some fun and hang out, he chose the route of studying and succeeding. And at that moment I knew that Bryce had all the potential in the world to be a successful young man, but he was just minus the opportunity. And I knew that if with the talent that he had through being the #1 in his class from day one, I knew that he could develop into an incredible person with just a little bit of help. Now, he could have gone to the university here and he could have spent time within a class of 1,000 students and $100 a year to go to this university. But I knew in order to bring Bryce to his full potential, he needed something special. He needed to go to a place where he would be invested in, a place he could grow, an education that would take him to the next level. Bryce's desire since day one, I remember asking him what he wanted to do with his life, and he said he wanted to be a doctor. I also began studying and researching the universities here, and I found that if you knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody in the government, or maybe someone high up, maybe you would have the possibility of becoming a doctor, but it would be very hard. So we decided to send Bryce to a university out of the country here, to a university that would take him to that next level and bring him the opportunity to live up to his full potential.